This is how you pour tea.
We're spilling all the tea today, honey.
Can we say that?
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode with T-Time with Tierra. We've got our co-host Pete Casaboon and our very special guest today, Bradley Allen, also known as Tsunami Rayne.
Yes, ma'am.
The queen of death drops. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you never scared you're going to break your leg? Like, didn't Shangela break her leg doing a death drop? Or who was it that broke their leg?
I don't know, but I worry. I worry when you go down. It's like, I can't do it, nor do I want to do it at this age, you know? But I just, hats off, bravo to you, because I can't do it.
Right.
Do you not scared you're going to hit your head?
I have hit my head.
What are you going to do when you get my age? You can't remember anything.
I can't, I'm already like that.
Doesn't that give you more allowance to get away with? Oh, I can't remember anyway. So
Right, yeah.
I'm not going to remember this in 5 minutes.
The older
Let's
you
do
get,
it.
the more you can get away
Let's do
with
it.
it.
Yeah. That's exactly how
So,
I am.
do you want to start out telling everybody like a little bit about yourself?
You tell us all the
Well.
deepest and darkest.
Yeah,
Oh,
we like it
gosh.
all.
If you don't tell us, we're going to make it up. It's going to be far worse.
Yeah, see, enjoy.
Well, I'm 31 years old. I'm from Roanoke, Virginia.
Oh,
And
a Yankee.
Love Virginia.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
It's for lovers. And they have crabs. Does that go together?
I don't know because that sounds real congested.
Take them to the beach. Take them to the beach.
Crabs and what?
So I'm 31. I'm from Roanoke, Virginia. I moved here in Huntsville, Alabama about a year ago.
Okay.
From Birmingham.
Okay.
Mm.
And I love Huntsville.
Mm.
Huntsville is amazing. I love
Good.
it.
What do you like the most about it? Like, what really gives you that final confirmation that I know I like this place?
So I've lived many places, but living in Huntsville, people are so nice. People are so nice. They've been so nice to me and made me feel welcome.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I can see myself being here for a long time.
Good.
Planting
That's
my
awesome.
roots,
Ooh.
sprouting some leaves.
Well, Huntsville's going to need some people. So you keep staying planted, honey.
Yeah, Huntsville's still, I think, in a transformative place where it's not quite set yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that if the right people come in with the right intentions and the right movements,
Right.
I think some things can really be done beautifully here.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And staying humble and being nice to other people is definitely something that I do all the time.
It'll take you a lot further than anything else.
I can be the doing nice. The humble part's hard.
Well, I can be nice until I can't be nice anymore.
Right.
And then when I'm not nice anymore, people look at me like, oh, I thought you were such a positive person. I am a very positive person, but even positive people get a problem sometimes.
So that's interesting. So I just recently got back from a Tantra sex retreat, and I found out my purpose in life.
Okay.
And that is to spread unconditional love. But there's a misnomer in that people think that love is a pushover. But a mama bear protecting their cub is love too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to tell people exactly how it is, and that's love. So just because you're positive doesn't mean you're always what people would consider nice. Sometimes the nicest southern things you can do are the most evil, hated things that can happen.
I
to
agree
people.
with that, yeah.
So
I really do.
there's the thing of where people don't really know what being positive and being loving truly is.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point, because I'm thinking people who don't know what true love is or hasn't experienced it from that positive aspect of it, I believe that they are the ones that don't know how to continue on in spreading that
Well, and I think
love.
it's also because love has to start with you.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Can
So
you
if
say that again?
love starts with you. You can't give
Ooh.
what you don't have.
Oh.
And if you are scared to say something to someone else, it means you don't love yourself enough.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. Thank you.
It's
Yes.
the truth.
Yeah.
When you truly love yourself,
Yeah.
that means you could be the only person on earth and you'd be just fine.
And
And
just like
people-
you had said to me earlier, you know, when you fall down and you work to build yourself back up,
Mhm.
you learn about yourself
Yes.
and you learn how to love yourself.
That's
I
right.
am so thankful for every asshole that came into my life every dark of the night soul, every time everything got taken away from me, those were the moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Those were the moments where I got to decide who I was and what was going to happen and rebuild it, because I didn't have anything else to lose. That is the
Right.
best gift
And
the universe can ever give you, is to take away everything.
Yes. How old were you when you finally got back?
Well, I'm constantly getting it,
okay.
right? So my first major dark night of the soul, I was 44.
Okay.
When I think I've told this story before. I don't know if you want me to kind of
You can share
retell
it again, yeah.
So, I mean, I was a virgin when I met my wife. So I always knew I was gay. But back in the late 70s, early 80s, homosexuality was still a psychological disorder. I was molested as a kid. AIDS crisis had just hit, so I didn't think that being gay was a viable option. I didn't know any gay people. I didn't know that I could do that, right?
Right.
So I did everything I could to be straight. Met a very nice woman, got married. I was a virgin when I met her, stayed faithful the entire time. And then just through a series of different things, gastric bypass being the main part of it, I sort of orchestrated it to where I basically blew up my whole life. Went to prison for 4 months, lost the Mercedes, the 5-bedroom home, the government job you can't lose.
Dance and everything, right?
Lost it all. And I was basically at the garage door with 4 bottles of pills and a bottle of Southern Comfort. Don't judge. And I was going to go get my PT Cruiser. I was going to turn it on. I was going to turn the air conditioner. I already had my playlist. And this little voice in the back of my head said, number 1, your daughter's going to find you. And number 2, there's something cool around the corner. Mm-hmm. And it didn't tell me what it was. So I realized at that point that, you can always step out, but you can't step back in again. And if you truly lost everything, then just go for it. And I would like to say I did try calling the suicide helpline 4 times in Huntsville, and they hung up on me 4 times.
That is so sad, isn't it?
So that
no
is
wonder that is, I just don't.
that is a true story. So who knows? But anyway.
Yeah.
But so like I say, I'm always coming to that point of discovery, and here during my tantric retreat. I mean, I'll be because I'm very weird spiritually, probably, but
Not anymore.
Yeah. Well, in a meditation many years ago, a lover from a past life came to me, and I knew all about our history, and I had done some things I was not proud of in that relationship, and in this tantric retreat, one of my first partners was somebody that looked a lot like my husband, so I felt very comfortable with this person. And in this session, which was very deep, Paul, who is his name, that was the lover's name, came to me in a physical way that I've never experienced in this life, and he told me, you have nothing to apologize for, but what I want you to do for your life is to give out unconditional love, and always ask, what would love do? What would love say? What would love think? That starts with me. So when that little voice in the back of my head says you're not enough, what would love say about that? When that little voice says you can't do it, what would love say about that? Because when you start training yourself on what would love say to you, then you just immediately start saying it out to other people. Like it just becomes a thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? It just becomes who you are, right? And that was just such an amazing moment to have that forgiveness and understand why I'm here. And I've changed my diet. I've changed what I listen to. I've become very picky about, the shows I watch, the music I listen to, the things I drink, the things I eat, the meditations I do, all of it. Because I need to be as fine-tuned as I possibly can so I can give out as much fucking love to this entire world as I can. That's my
So
job.
proud of you.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
It's amazing, and things have just like synchronistically started happening for me that it could be a little overwhelming, but amazing at the same time, right? And then you call me and ask me to do another show.
And see, that's beauty. That's the beauty of it right there. You know, it's really just knowing when you're in that ooey gooey goodness. Oh, there's no better feeling to me. I mean, my first weekend I went to Tennessee to do that show. On the way back, it's just a beautiful drive. And so I had to stop on the side of the road, and I just enjoyed that mountain with those horses and that tall grass. Those little things like that, I have always had a blindfold of. Because I don't pay. We get so wrapped up in getting where we're going, not appreciating the things beside you, the steering wheel you're holding, the pillow you lay on, everything. And I'm getting there. I'm not know where I was going with that.
It's about being in the present moment.
Right.
It's about the present moment. So many times we're just faded out to something else. We don't know how we got to work. We don't know how we got
We're
this
always on the
accomplished.
go instead of enjoying what's in front of us.
Yeah, we're always thinking of the past, which is just the wake in the boat, in the boat of your path, or we're thinking about the future, which hasn't even happened yet, and we're missing out on right at this point, which is the only thing you have.
Right.
And if you really think about it as far as universally or God-wise, it's the only thing there is. You know, time and space is a man's construct, so that our brain can understand it, because everything is actually happening all at the same time. And that was I just have to talk. One other thing about my experience. I know I hate to make it all the Pete show, but
It's okay.
It was just so transformative for me. So like I had knee surgery about two months ago. So on this retreat was the first time I was able to actually kind of run. I got back from running and there was a tick on me. And then later on in the day, after I took care of that, I was out doing this joy dance I was just so happy. Came back in and got a call that my brother was going to the ER. And it was this understanding that, I used to think when something good happened that something bad was about to happen, but it was my ability or my understanding of being okay in both the joy moments and the sorrow moments. And then that's just part of life. And there's this Buddhist term called Sunyata, which is the idea of the full void, where we're always in this state of chaos. Like chaos surrounds us at all moments. So it's whatever we tune into, it's about what is our presence in that chaos. Mm-hmm. And that's what matters, because we're always in chaos.
Yes.
Always. You never step out of it. You just don't notice it sometimes.
Yes.
Right?
I understand that. From that perspective, I get that so much more than just trying to figure out navigating through it.
It's about not waiting 364 days for Christmas to come.
Yes.
Every day's a gift to me.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
100%. Yes.
Yeah. But that is
Time
awesome.
is precious.
Yes, it is.
And so are we. by the
Yeah,
way.
we are very
We're looking
precious.
good. Just
And I'm
gonna
going to
say.
tell you something. Let me tell you something, honey.
Oh, it's some tea about to get spilled.
No, we'll get down the next segment.
okay.
But I do want to say that being present in that moment, in this moment, for me has been the hardest thing to embrace. But it's also been an easy thing for me to take on or to accept it, to open arms, welcome what's mine. I believe that with all my heart, but then there's that stumble that you get into when you're thinking negatively or something negatively happens to you, and then that becomes a spiral for me sometimes.
But if you understand that God is truly in control of everything, then everything is perfect.
I'm getting better.
Ram Dass says that the starving child is perfect because so is your desire to feed that child. Right? They're both perfect. And you couldn't have that desire to do good unless this happened over here. Right?
Yeah.
And so you just have to have that
Contrast.
acceptance.
Yeah.
And contrast is part of the chaos, and it's what makes us move forward. It's what makes us want more and to grow and to expand and become different. If everything was totally comfortable, I mean, humans are built to save energy. We would just lay around all day long just waiting for our cocktail glass to get full.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that uncomfortability that makes us want to do more and to have more and to be more and to give out more love. Every time somebody's mean to us, we want to be nicer. You know what I mean?
Always.
Yes, always.
Right.
But
it's also seeing those other people's pain. That so part of this retreat was spending time with people you wouldn't normally spend with. I'm talking looking intensely into somebody's eyes for 10 minutes straight and finding that piece of God in them, that piece of worth. And so if you can look beyond people's actions and how they present themselves and find God's love in there. And what is it there? Because they're never mad at you, right? People are always just dredging up old trauma and making you the reason for it. Like, the reason I am angry right now is because you have stubbed my toe. No, the reason you're angry is because at 5 years old something happened to you and you never recouped from that trauma.
And you're still making decisions on that 5 years old.
Exactly.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So when you can see people's actions and even, well, number one, first your own actions from that point of view, then you can understand and you can just give those people the love in that space, right? And you can starting things like, I'm sorry for your experience. Not that I'm taking it on, but I'm sorry you're having that experience, right?
Mhm.
And so you can start
And
changing
just
even
know
your
that
language
I
about it.
am your support if you need anything.
Right, yeah, but I'm not taking it on.
No.
And that was
Right.
that was because I'm a healer.
Oh, that's so
I'm a healer, so I was driving up to another retreat because I went retreat. I guess I just don't like myself very much. And I came across this woman who had
It's
hit
all about growth.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
But I came across this woman that had hit a utility truck, and it ended up being just me and this young woman until the paramedics came. I can't believe everybody else just disappeared. Well, after I left, I took on her pain, and I almost had to pull over and get into a hotel room because I was literally in such pain. But I understood that I was trying to. So when people try to help others or try to heal others, they're using their own energy, their own power, their own love. That's yours. Do not give that away. Realize that there's an entire, and the way I visualize is like this white ball of light in front of me that's got God's love, God's healing, God's abundance, God's whatever. I got mine here, and I can help you see this
from this. Yeah.
and I can give you as much as this as you want, because it's like taking a dump truck to the sea. There's more than you could ever use right there.
Mhm.
But I've stopped being. We give it from here because we think that we are of less value, and the only value we have is to give up what we have for us.
You're so right.
Right?
Yes, that makes so much sense.
It's like, no, you're a giver. You're a giver
Yeah,
healer
and I'm
too,
just
and you've
exhausted.
depleted yourself.
Yes.
And that's why you've depleted yourself, is because you've taken your own stuff that you need for you, that's your right, that you deserve, and it's for you,
That's
and you're
right.
giving it to other people.
Like
Like when
something
I
new to learn here now.
like when I came to Huntsville, you were the first person, drag queen,
I remember that.
whatever you want to call it, friend.
Yeah, I'm just
I met, and you were very positive, and that's the first trait that I saw that I loved about you.
Well,
You were
thank
just
you.
very, very nice,
Thank you.
and don't ever let anybody determine your own self-worth.
They can't.
100%.
They can't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need approval anymore.
Mm.
That was my first
And that's,
lesson. I had
that's
to
what
learn.
happened to me when I moved here. Like, I used to think that people were always against me. I was not accepted. I was always in my own group, in the corner. But ever since I've came to Huntsville, I feel like I am in a family. And I feel like I am included. And I feel just right.
Yeah.
Like that little porridge. Goldilocks ate.
Well, that's an amazing welcome to Huntsville.
Welcome
Yeah.
to
Just how that
Huntsville. We're
feeling.
Yes.
so lucky to have you.
Yeah, I'm so happy that, I know you don't want to talk much about entertainment, but as far as Tsunami goes, I'm so proud that you just stepped up, because you told me one time you were going to do drag next year.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, I'm going to get ready, I'm getting ready. I
Ooh.
said, just do it.
Should we go to another segment? Should we come back with
We
another
can.
segment and talk about drag?
Yeah, let's do that.
Of course, as always, I probably have some things to share as well.
We'll be right back then.
We'll be
Don't
right
get you a
back.
drink and we'll be right back.